Hulk smash. Aww. Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We're going to hop into today's Pack 1 Pick 1 with probably just a Nightclubber. I mean, seems pretty good to me. There's like 3 of the family fixers here in these 3. Rafine's Tower's fine, but Nightclubber's just really good. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take that here. And move on with our life. Don't see why not. And then have basically no good follow-up to it. Incandescent Aria is whatever. I haven't found a deck that this goes in. Probably just going to take Civil Servant. I know it doesn't at all go with Nightclubber, but if I can get into green-white with the Civil Servant, then I'm going to get into green-white with the Civil Servant. It's going to happen. So I think that's where I'm going to land here. And we will move on from that with some pretty good options for green-white. There's Backup Agent, there's Jewel Thief, Knockout Blow. I think I'm just going to take the Jewel Thief. I mean, Girder Goons goes well with Nightclubber, but I don't know. Green-white's better than black-based decks, and if you can get into green-white, then we're going to get into green-white. Full transparency, I'm recording this video a week before it's going to be released here because the set changes over tomorrow. You lose all your ranks and you go backwards. And I think we're in Diamond 3 right now. So if this video goes well and we can push into Diamond 2 or something like that, I'm going to see if I can kind of spam through some more videos to get us into Mythic. If this one is a quick 03, then maybe I'll put a pause on that. But for now, I'm going to try to... I'm going to see how this one goes and then go from there. We're just going to take the Jewel Thief here to go along with the Civil Servant. And then not really have a great follow-up. I mean, For the Family is fine and stuff like that. Requisitioner and Soloist are good for a red-black deck. I think I'll take the 2-drop in Requisitioner for a red-black deck, just in case we get hardcore cut off for green-white. But in the spirit of going for Mythic here, I'd love if you are not yet a subscriber to the channel to consider going ahead and subscribing now. Make that push toward Mythic, and if not this season, then soon. We've hit Mythic, not on the channel before, but I've hit Mythic as just a drafter before, and I'd love to get back and see if we can kind of like make this channel go towards some of these... qualifier weekend things that are coming up. You know, I don't know how all that works anymore, but if we qualify, then we'll get into them. All right, pretty easy Girder Goons here because green-white is cut. What's new? So we'll take the Girder Goons. Yep, no good green or white. So Tramway Station, I guess. Well, we could take Graveyard Shift. Graveyard Shift on Girder Goons and on Nightclubber, that's fine. I mean, Graveyard Shift on Nightclubber is actually pretty good, because it kind of does that at instant speed. So I'll take that over the land there. Now there's Maestro and Obscura. This is a late Groundbreaker for green-white, though. That's weird. Maybe people just don't value that card high enough for specifically green-white. And I don't know how much I'm going to miss these. I think I might miss a Maestro's Theater. And this is such a good start to a green-white deck, though. We're kind of towing the line here, and I need to see something that kind of pushes me one way or the other. Another Groundbreaker. I mean, if we can really do the green-white citizens thing, then double Groundbreaker, yeah. Not a huge fan of really any of these cards in any archetype. So I'll just take the green one. I don't think we can play 3. Guess we'll take the 2-drop and Attended Socialite here over Scrivener. Yeah, we're kind of towing the line here. We're going to have to make a decision pretty quickly. What I think is happening is I think green-white is open at the table. Or not open. I think green-white is closed off at the table, except the people that are in green-white don't value Ceremonial Groundbreaker very highly. So we just saw a couple late of these. I mean, if we open a black card, I'm fine to kind of, a really good black rare or something, I'm fine to go down that route. If we open Inspiring Overseer, I think we can look back towards green-white. So we'll probably make our decision by pack 2, pick 3 or so. But this is not really where you want to be in this format as far as drafting goes. I'm kind of drafting 2 different colored decks at the same time. Like red-black and green-white both at the same time, which is kind of a recipe for disaster. But Civil Servant goes such a long way. And here's a Kaldaya Strongarm. I actually do like this card. It's the it's Girder Goons at home. No, I think it's closer to green Girder Goons than you might think. And never did I think I would say a phrase with such alliteration on the letter G. But here we are. So we'll take Kaldaya Strongarm for the family. Decent little combat trick in green-white. Well, green's coming around, so yeah. Isn't that the same one we opened in pack 1? Might have been. All right, well, you saw it, and I did too. So we're taking Inspiring Overseer. And when you have Overseer, Jewel Thief, Civil Servant, I mean, that's all, and double Groundbreaker. I mean, we have the base for a green-white deck that you want in this format. So we're going to take it. And probably, I mean, unless we get past something just incredible in black or something, I think we're just kind of holding on for dear life with green-white here. Would like some more citizens. I think we might only have 1 right now. Yeah, so we definitely need more citizens to make Civil Servant good. Couple hold for ransoms. You know how to build the deck. We're a month and a half in the format. It is what it is. Okay, Mage's Attendant versus Hold for Ransom versus Spar's Adjudicators. I think I'm going to land on Attendant here. This card's been really, really good. I would have loved to take it from the last pack too, but there was an Overseer, so we're going to take the Attendant. Overseer, or Adjudicators, is a citizen, but in these green-white decks, I'm more likely to splash for the full brokers if I'm going blue-white and splashing green. But green-white wants to be pretty aggressive, not necessarily splashing blue unless you get a ton of fixing, some disciplined duelists, multiple adjudicators, things like that, which we had the option to take. But right now we have a pretty straightforward, streamlined green-white deck. So see if we can up that citizen count. Well, there's a 2-drop here, but there's also Bouncer's Beatdown. I think we're just going to land on Bouncer's Beatdown here. Maybe this Wheels. I don't like playing this, but it's a 2-drop, and you need them. So we're going to take it. So white has not particularly been open. Green has. And in green, we're hoping... There's a Darling of the Masses. Hello, darling. Yeah, that's what we're taking. It's basically the only card for us here. Cabaretti Courtyard. If this weren't here, if this were just like a random black card, probably take the Courtyard here. Do we have a parcel anyway? Nope. So, yep, Darling of the Masses. There's another citizen. Curve is not outstanding, but we have some time. Brokers, Obscura, and Riveteers, as well as a prize fight. Prize fight could be okay. I might just want Broker's Hideout, to be honest. I mean, these green-white decks are... I mean, what are we fighting with? A 2-1, a 2-3, a 3-2, a 3-3 is like okay. A 2-4, a 2-3. I mean, we're not fighting with a lot of big creatures here. So I'm just going to take the land. And there's Civic Gardener, which is a 2-drop citizen. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Happens to be in the same pack as Botanical Plaza. I'd love a Botanical Plaza. But we have to take the 2-drop citizen there. Riveteer's Overlook. Rakish Revelers. Guess we'll take Revelers, but it's not something I really want to play. And probably missed it for the rest of this pack. Black-red is open here, though. I think we had the body dropper in the last pack. Obscura, Maestros, and a bunch of black and red. I mean, hindsight's 2020. If we would have gone down the black-red route with Nightclubber Girder Goons, we would have had a good deck. But look, we got Civil Servant, we got Jewel Thief, we got Darling, we got Inspiring Overseer. I mean, these are all really good cards. So we're going to take them. And green-white is better. And Adjudicator's Wield, so maybe we can even look at that. Sometimes Gilded Pinions is okay in green-white decks, but not a card I'm actively really looking to play. Cement Shoes. I had 2 people play this against me in like week 1 of the format, and I ran over both of them because this card is not good. I don't know why it was made and put in this set, but here we are. All right, what do we got? Cabaret Ascendancy on the splash. Or Illuminator Virtuoso and Elegant Entourage. Or Skybridge Towers, I guess. Look, we're going to be more aggressive, and Virtuoso is what we're looking for here. I would love an Entourage, don't get me wrong, but 2-drops are more important. You'll hear me say that a lot, because they are, and we don't have enough of them right now. This is a pretty decent one, so we're definitely just going to take that here. Hello, Inspiring Overseer number 2. There happens to also be Hold for Ransom and Skycrier. Would love either of these to wheel, but I doubt they will. So we'll take Inspiring Overseer. Cleanup Crew is interesting. We can't take another Groundbreaker. I mean, we don't really even want, maybe even the second one. But Cleanup Crew, it is a citizen for what that's worth. And it's good top end. It kind of replaces the Rocks Pummeler here. I think it's fine. So we're going to take the Cleanup Crew. Gathering Throng is a citizen. We do have 5 of them right now. Voice of the Vermin, that is also a citizen. Problem with Throng is if we don't get a second one, it's pretty bad. And Voice of the Vermin, I've actually been more impressed with this card, honestly. When my opponent has it, it's kind of like, okay, well, that's a problem. So I'm going to land on that and instantly regret it if we see another card come by here. All right, Civic Gardener over Speakeasy Server, I think is what I'm going to do here. 14 creatures. We need the 2-drops. That's what we need. Would like to wheel Revelation of Power. Wouldn't mind playing a Speakeasy Server in this deck, to be honest. But I want the 2-drop. High-Rise Sawjack. Yeah, not bad. It's defensive, but it's a playable. We can take that here. And here's the Gathering Throng that I said I wish we would have taken. Now I wish we would have gotten the first one. Can money draft Riveteer's Ascendancy here, but not going to make our deck. Adjudicator's number 2 versus Angelic Observer number 1 or Glittermongerer number 1. That's tough. 9 citizens now? This would be number 10. Adjudicators are very good. It's a very, very good card. That could be difficult. That's a tough pick there. Revelation of Power, yeah. Might play it. We'll see. Skycrier did wheel, thank you. Overpriced fight. We do have some decent fighting creatures now. But I'm going to take the Skycrier. Can I interest you in 3 Ceremonial Groundbreakers, anyone? Don't think I want a Rocks Pummeler when we have double Adjudicators and Cleanup Crew here. Second Revelation of Power? Maybe. I mean, it's pretty good with Illuminator Virtuoso and the couple of flyers we have. Okay, so we currently have 8 green, 8 white, and 3 blue. I think 2 blue is fine because these can cast themselves. And then we probably want an extra green. That would be 17 lands. This Throng is looking mighty bad. The other one did not wheel. I don't even think we can play that one. 17 creatures is still okay. I think I want to try out Voice of the Vermin. I haven't put it in a deck that I've had, but it's been good. Tended Socialite on the chopping block. Maybe High-Rise Sawjack. Maybe one of these here. We're going to be aggressive with this deck, obviously. So double Revelation of Power may not be bad. What do we have counters on? This could get a counter. This could get a counter. This could give counters. And that's it. So that's not a lot of counter giving. We have 5 2-drops right now. I think I'm going to keep this one in. And this is much more of a defensive creature. It is a 3-drop that is a citizen. And we don't have another one of those. So that works well with Civil Servant. Works well with Darling of the Masses. Might just be a second Revelation of Power. It's just 2 mana +2/+2, which is just straight up worse than this most of the time. I think, oh, I forgot. We had 3 ground. We don't need 3 Groundbreakers, do we? That's too many. So now it's either Rocks Pummeler, Gathering Throng, or a second Revelation, or Refuse to Yield. Man, if we only had 2 of these, that would be so great. But we do not. So do we want second Revelation or Refuse to Yield? I think that's kind of what's coming down to here. A Rocks Pummeler might not be bad either, to be honest, because we're playing 17 lands, so this kind of helps with the top end a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's got some power. I'm going to run it back like this, see how it goes. Again, one more time, if you're not subscribed, we'd love to have you along in the community here. So take a look at your subscription feed and see if having our videos on it would add a bright spot to your day or not. Need the help. I'm bad at names. That's great. You can't see that yet, but now you can. I'm bad at names. Yeah, we'll keep it. Please no Civil Servant on your side. Crowbar, okay. I think I'll do this because turn 4 playing Groundbreaker and equipping it could be a nice surprise out of nowhere. Well, never mind. Well, let's put all our eggs in the Virtuoso basket. And then be crushed when we get blown out. Because turn 3 Disciplined Duelist, that's, yep, we're playing against the Broker's deck. Here we go. What do you got? Okay, well, GG. Not to mention their crowbar can kill our thing. So this was just a bad game all around by me. Although, I mean, what are we doing on turn 2 if we didn't play Groundbreaker? Are we just playing Civic Gardener here? We're still taking all the damage. Yeah, it's going to be a quick one. Turn 3 Disciplined Duelist. It's certainly going to get you. Streets of New Capenna, folks. Here we are. Streets of New Capenna. Okay. All right, well, that was fun. All right, and then we get presented with a hand like this. Green opens up this hand amazingly. A white lets us play Attendant at the very least. All right, cross your fingers. This could be a quick video. All right, perfect. We can go Jewel Thief, attack, untap a land, but that doesn't let us play anything. Here comes Island Disciplined Duelist, watch. Okay. All right. I'm going to play this pre-combat so that we can get the extra value from untapping something with Gardener here. Might just be worth doing this now. We don't really want this getting too out of hand here. All they can do is make a fish? Alright. So what we're going to do here is attack with everything and untap this. And now if they have like a 2-drop combat trick, which I think they do, then this thing can counter it. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah, and then the shame concession. Oops. All right, we'll take it. Okay, so we're on the play here, and I mean, as always, we need land. But we're gonna keep it. Probably get a white with Broker's Hideout, and then Adjudicators is gonna have to hold down the heavy lifting as far as giving us our green source. Plus, Overseer goes a long way in being able to keep 2 land hands like this. Because if you find that 3rd land, then this draws you another card to help you find your 4th one. Well, at least we can do this. This is the kind of matchup that they play Initiate into Chrome Cat, and you're like, well, I can't lose this game, can I? Otherwise I have to revoke my magic privileges forever. Well, we might lose it because we're mana screwed, but I mean... Do we trade for the family for Broker's Initiate? Yeah, because it's still, this can trade with Chrome Cat after that. And we're not doing anything else, so die. Okay. Now we're going to get smacked for 6 every turn. Alright, well, that's something. Okay. Man, their card quality is not very high, but you know what? When you miss land drops, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. None of these are citizens. That is, though. So next turn, if we don't draw land, we can Groundbreaker and equip this. Okay. We can also blitz this to try to find the land now. They're not attacking. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, they don't have anything, so, I mean... Can put it on the Virtuoso, I guess. Could also put it on the Skycrier and then do this next turn, but this is pretty good. All right. Another flyer, okay. Oh man, that's tough. Because now they can smack us for 4, and I really don't want to trade. They can smack us for 7, I mean. Yeah. I think we're just going to clean up crew and gain 4 life. Now, that really hurts us against removal. Like if they have removal, but look, removal is always going to hurt us. Question is, do we attack with Virtuoso? They're going to have this card plus 2 more. Their draw step, and if they want to attack with that. Now, Groundbreaker on Virtuoso is going to be good at some point here. All right, let's do this. And then crossing my fingers that there's no way we can die from 10. I mean, I guess there is a way, but it's not likely. Plus this gives trample. So we could have a 5-power double striking trample creature next turn. Oh boy. Is that 10? That's 9. Go to 2. What do you got? This deck is wild, man. Oh, they might have gotten us. That was a citizen. Yeah, they just have to block cleanup crew and then we win. Or and then they win. Yeah. Probably misplayed that somehow. Their deck was just not good, but we weren't really in a position to race. That's an interesting one. That's a game I'd like to go back and watch, because I think there's something we probably could have done better there. Granted, we got screwed on mana pretty early in the game, but all right, let's rally. All right, on the draw here. Love to draw a white, obviously. Oh, we've got Gardener if we don't. Okay, so do we risk getting countered? Or do we play a suboptimal play here? I'm going to play Servant and hope they don't have Make Disappear. Okay. Do they have a way to kill it at instant speed? No. Alright. So playing Gardener is like very mana inefficient, but it does let us attack with this with lifelink. Jewel Thief opens up our mana for next turn, so I think I'm gonna do this. Get the treasure and have a good attacker next turn still. They can cast this thing now, if they wanted to. There's not much we could do about it. Rocco is a good one as well. So we could just play Spara's Adjudicators here, make Rocco unable to block, and then they don't have good blocks. I mean, they can trade for Civil Servant with their 2 creatures, which... Or Jewel Thief for their 2 creatures, which all of... I mean... This is not going to get through from any more attacks here, so if they do that, that's okay. Okay. We can go these 2 here. Or we can go Overseer, hoping to hit a land for Gardener. Are we okay trading Jewel Thief for Rocco? Sorry about that. My dog is kind of climbing underneath the desk here for some reason. I don't think I want to trade Jewel Thief for Rocco. We don't have a lot of combat tricks or anything necessarily. But attacking with both could be okay because that can let this get through as well. So that's likely what they're going to do. Now this can get through, and it still gets through for 2 points of damage here. Now do we kind of... I'm going to go ahead and try to spike a land here, because this also puts a flyer on the board. Alright, there we go. So... could just play Revelers now. That works out pretty well on this board as a 5-3. Trade for Adjudicators would be a 6-3. And they would have a 2-1. Okay, they have a 3-2 now. They could re-equip Crowbar here. Yeah, that's a pretty good attack, to be honest. I mean, we don't really have blocks on that. So, go ahead. Messed that up. I should have attacked, should have untapped the planes there so we could play Attendant and Virtuoso. Don't know what his problem is. They have a combat trick? Maybe. That was weird. No? Okay, so they go to 5. And now we are punished for not untapping the white there. Another exile thing? Prize fight. This doesn't work, so I guess that's gonna happen. Come on, let me help. Please let me push through the last bit of damage here. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to. Okay. And here comes Rakish Revelers, more than likely. Would not mind drawing a land. Alright, there we go. Let's just play our big ol' 6/6, and I think I'll just get rid of that. No attacks. Let's make them use a combat trick to trade for these two instead of the cleanup crew, because I'm pretty sure they have some sort of trick here. It might be, yeah, quick draw dagger, which is Not ideal, but okay. If 2 of these, it sucks. That's not bad. Then we have an 8-powered trampler. Is this a citizen? No. I'm also okay trading this for their entire board. So they have to block it. They're probably going to chump it. Okay. And now let's just play Rock's Pummeler. And next turn we could have Groundbreaker, equip it on this thing. They trying to get rid of the shield counter? I guess they're trying to get rid of the shield counter so this loses trample. They don't have an instant, so they don't have a combat trick. Okay, so they can crew that up. Equip citizen. Now we've got all kinds of trample here. Cool. All right, 2 and 2. We got to keep it going. Okay, well, this sucks. I don't think we can keep this. That was pretty bad. This is better. And I'm not exactly sure what to put back. Think I put back Socialite. That way we can go Gardener and have Bouncer's Beatdown to kill their 2-drop or something like that. I don't like it, but it's a difficult decision on what to put back. Alright, so they have Might of the Masses, or whatever that card is, for the family. We'll have to keep note of that. That's quite the draw. So they've got For the Family. Again, need to keep note of that. And we can try to save Bouncer's Beatdown to use that in response to For the Family. Please no Disciplined Duelist. I'm going to be so upset. Nothing. All right. Yep. Can't do anything about that. Okay. Still holding up For the Family here. All right, so now what we can do is do Groundbreaker, equip it, and still have Bouncer's Beatdown up. Because I know that they're trying to hold up For the Family here. So what we can do is we can equip this, equip Citizen, make this a 4/3. And this treasure doesn't matter that much anymore. So I'm going to untap that because we can still use this. All right, so let's see. I hope they block with the Sawjack. All right, good. Okay, here comes For the Family. And then we'll go ahead and kill it in response. Oh no, do they have... Oh, they have the counterspell, don't they? Or they have another one? Oh, they have two. Okay, well, they have two. If they have two, they have two. Can't really do anything about that. But now we're out of gas, and they're not. So let's see what happens here. So citizen, right? Yeah. Well, that can be pretty good. It'll be attacking as a 6/5 trample shield counter next turn. Ideally. If they don't have anything to say about it. They have their own. Okay. Here come the lands. They've hold for ransom or something? Inspiring Overseer, not bad. Okay, so they have some way to probably bounce this. They could have Broker's Charm. What does that one do? Gets rid of the thing. They could have Refuse to Yield, +2/+7. They could have +2/+2. None of those are really great. Refuse to Yield would untap one of these, but it still would only trade for a shield counter. We could Adjudicators and do that, but I'd rather see what they have first here. See if they do something pre-combat. No? Okay. See what it is then. Warm welcome. Okay. So they're going to chump with their 1/1 and take 5, I guess? Or just take 6? Okay. We will make this unable to attack or block now. One is not 0. Because now it's 5. Drawing our own Overseer would be good. We have 2 of them. We've only seen... I think we have 2 of them. That provides enough bodies on the back end for us to probably not die. So I don't think we can attack with this, because they could just trade for a shield counter, and I'm not sure that's a race we win. So we're going to attack here, because it is lethal. So they have to block something. Okay, so they're going to trade a shield counter and go to 1. Ooh, that was almost sneaky. And because we have all the mana in the world, I think I'm going to make this into a relevant creature. And then end turn. Now, they can put us to 4. So if they have another for the family, then we lose. We also just lose if that happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus this thing. Yeah. It's been a frustrating format so far, that's for sure. Well, the path to Mythic this month has come to an end. Finished 2 and 3 here today. I don't know what's good or what's bad in the format. Everybody says Broker's good, green-white's the best, blue-white's the best. Here's a 2-3 with a deck that I thought was pretty good. I mean, double Overseer, Servant, lots of, Darling, double Groundbreaker, Jewel Thief. I mean, what do you want out of a green-white deck? Cleanup Crew. It's pretty good. Went 2-3. So, I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. But, yeah, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this one. I will see you on Thursday for your daily draft.